Today, I want to talk about my cooking gear that I took with me last year for 2019.
Damn, 2020 was so bad that I just completely ignored it and thought it was 2019.
In the summer, I took a trip to Virginia. I went to Loft Mountain Campground on the AT, and then also I took a couple of trips here in Washington State to the Olympic Mountains. So stick around, it's going to be good. All right, let's get this started. So when I started looking into camping in the summer last year, I kind of wanted to go minimalist, lightweight, as much as possible. And so I was thinking about just going with a small cup, boil water, and make freeze-dried food all the time. But, you know, I've been cooking all my life, and I didn't want to eat freeze-dried food every day. So I kind of wanted something a little bigger. So I decided to go with this Sea to Summit Alpha Pot 1.2 liter. Made out of aluminum. It's got a swingable handle on it. Just make sure it's snapped in when you pick it up so it doesn't flop over on you. One of the things I didn't like about this, the handle's kind of heavy. And so when you pair it up with a small stove, it has a tendency to flip over. And so we're going to see that in the video here. With the lid, it's pretty typical. It's got your water strainer. For my propane, I'm using a small can. Typical, find everywhere. Bought a foot for it, $20 REI. Works really good. I learned a trick from a YouTuber about using steel wool to clean out the pans. This is copper, works beautifully. I've got my Sea to Summit single cup. Like that a lot. My waterproof matches, my lighter, and then I have these Jetboil fork, spoon, and spatula, fold up, nice and lightweight, and then my Snow Peak stove, very lightweight and $49 REI. So let's take a look at some of this gear in action. So this is my first day at the Loft Mountain Campground in Virginia, and I'm going to make freeze-dried spinach and barbecue pork tacos. I started learning how to cook food in junior high and high school. I even won a pie making contest. I won best maple pecan pie in Chardon, Ohio. But I used to cook meals all the time, and sometimes I'd take them to Mr. Hess's class. He taught history, and the students loved it. I'd come in there unannounced, say, "Hey, Mr. Hess, hungry?" He'd be like, "Sure, sit down, Tim." And I'd sit down, we'd all eat, and he'd declare class over for the rest of the day. And I was the hero that day. Those are good times. As you can see, I cooked way too much food. That was a common theme on my trip. I packed so much food, and I really didn't need to. Even though all the videos I watched on YouTube said the number one thing people do is pack too much food. Didn't listen, but I ate good. This is the next day, and I wanted to cook scrambled eggs, bacon, and biscuits and gravy. You can see here how the pot tips over if you're not careful, that handle being a little weighty there. But it's a good-sized pot, lightweight, fits everything inside that I needed, and it cooks a mighty tasty breakfast. And finally, here I'm at Falls View Campground on a 1-hour hike making some soup. Welcome back. So as you can see, I was able to cook a lot more than just boil water. Scrambled eggs, hash browns, biscuits and gravy. It does make a mess, but being at the campground, I had lots of water, so I was able to clean. If I was on the trail, probably would have been an issue. So let's put this all together, and we'll see how much it weighs. Propane goes in first. Got my cleaning, lighter, matches. Foot doesn't fit in there, so it goes in the bag. Stove, the utensils, and the cup on top. And kind of smash it all down. Handle goes over the lid. Put it in in the bag. Put the foot in, and then we just roll her all up, tap it, and we see how much it weighs. So we're at about 1.5 pounds. So lightweight option, lots of cooking scenarios you can do out there. Just handy to have some water nearby for cleanup, things like that. I'm going to change up this year, a different type of fuel for cooking. And so when I get a couple of hikes in on that, we'll do a review of whatever I get. So until next time, thanks and happy trails.